Some other news that came out this week that I feel like is right up our wheelhouse. Josh Freese.
I think it's Freese.
Josh Freese, the drummer that replaced Taylor Hawkins in the Foo Fighters, after 2 years, that's a short time for the Foo Fighters. He got kicked out of the Foo Fighters via text message or phone call.
Via phone call, yeah. From Foo Fighters HQ.
Foo Fighters HQ. Foo Fighters Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really do. If you get a call, when he said I got a call from
Yeah.
the Foo Fighters,
Yeah.
I do just picture the giant corporate
Yeah.
boardroom. Like, it's Dave in
Yeah.
12 suits. Listen, Josh, Q2, we're not looking so hot. We're going to go a different direction.
We're gonna go a different. Dave is just like sitting by a pool, like drinking like margaritas, and like, did you do it? It's done, Dave. Perfect.
You never have to see Josh Freese again.
Thank God. Yeah, I mean, Josh Freese posted that picture of it was or the note not apology, but the note
announcement.
the announcement of him getting kicked out of the band, and he said like he can't wait to see people talk about the 10 reasons Josh Freese was kicked out of Foo Fighters. What were some of the reasons, do you think?
The one that I thought could be is just not the best hang.
Yeah,
Because he's from a different scene.
yeah,
Like that California punk, like mall punk
Yeah.
Offspring scene seems very different than like the Seattle
yeah.
alt rock punk.
Dad
Yeah,
scene.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like formerly 90s grunge guys who are now like, man, I love my kid.
Yeah. I love my daughter.
Yeah.
It would be funny if we found out Josh Freese was just like that's the reason he's kind of like a guy that hops around a lot. There's all these band like legends like Trent Reznor and all just like, oh God, Freese is just.
Yeah, dude.
He's just
all,
like constantly playing like pranks and
yeah,
stuff.
like shitty ones, like peanut brittle with the snakes flying at it. It's like, got your ass,
He's just
Trent.
a nuisance.
Yeah, he's like a Dennis the Menace level prankster, tying people's shoelaces together.
Freese sucks. I mean, he's a great drummer, but as a guy, he
I
sucks.
mean, groove, unbelievable.
Tight as a he's great.
But maybe the most annoying man
He's
that's
one
ever
of the
lit.
most annoying guys ever.
The other one that I thought was maybe Dave's illegitimate son is actually like 28 years old.
Yeah,
And then it's like
he needs a job.
He needs a
Yeah.
job. It's like I can either pay 18 years
Yeah.
of back child support now,
Or
he gets a cut of merch sales.
he could just be in the band.
Yeah, exactly. Octavius Robinson Grohl, our new
yeah.
drummer.
Yeah, that's also, a theory. I think there's another theory. The one that I have is that I think they are just going to have Shane Hawkins, Taylor Hawkins' son, just be the drummer.
That seems like the most obvious
Yeah.
thing. I was actually surprised that they didn't just like hold off for a year or two
Yeah.
to let him get a little older and
Yeah.
then do it then. But that seems like the most obvious thing. Like I remember when he came out and played My Hero, like everybody loved it and he sounded good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of a shitty thing to like hire a guy for 2 years knowing that like his replacement it just like needs to get his GED
Yeah.
and then this dude's gone.
Needs to get approval from his mom,
Yeah.
and then it'll be all good. Dave just texting his mom every day, just like, can he be in the band yet? It's like, no.
No.
You gotta
He's
get
gotta hit
Josh
18.
Freese. Yeah. But yeah, I thought the same thing. Like right when they did like that big benefit concert, and he came out and played My Hero, it was like, oh, like that, I wonder if he'll be in the band. But like he's, he looks like he's 14 years old. And somehow in the span of 2 years, he was like 14 then. Now he looks like he's 21. I don't know how that happened.
I haven't
like,
seen a picture of him.
I just saw a video of him playing with them on stage. He's been playing, like doing like guest spots with them on stage. So
That's
Josh
gonna be
Freese
rough
is
if you're Freese.
right.
like handing him the sticks. Have fun up there, kiddo. Maybe one
I'm
day
old and
if you
I'm
work,
a pro.
Yeah, maybe if you work hard enough, you can sit up there.
You can get to
someday.
my level.
Yeah, he's like, all right, asshole.
All right.
You'll be hanging out
Yeah.
with noodles real soon.
Yeah, you're going back to noodles territory. Yeah, I it always seemed kind of obvious that they were just going to go back to, or not go back, but just get Shane Hawkins.
It seemed like eventually that was going to be the thing.
Yeah, and it seems like it's such a Foo Fighters move, too.
Yeah.
To be like, keeping it all in the family.
And it's like a good PR move, and Dave could use one at this point.
Yeah, he could.
Like, I went on the Foo Fighters subreddit, and like it's full of people being like, I've loved Dave my whole life, but lately he's just fucking up. Between the announcing
the baby
and then getting rid of Freese.
Yeah.
So I feel like he could move safely back into Uncle Dave status,
territory,
being like, "What are you gonna say? It's Taylor's kid."
Yeah, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of people like commenting on Josh Freese's post, kind of talking shit on Foo Fighters. I think Tim Heidecker was one of them. He was like, now you don't have to listen to all of those awful songs. And then Josh Freese had his own post about like why he got kicked out, and it was like, like the 10 reasons why I got kicked out of Foo Fighters, and one of them was like polyrhythms or something like that, or
and then like one was like told Noodles he could be in the band or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're on good terms or not. It seems like maybe not.
No.
Yeah.
Judging by how he made the announcement, like he wanted to make it public. Yeah. And then like the 10 reasons thing, it definitely seems like he's a little like, well, fuck these guys.
Yeah, he said in the post, he was like, I've never been kicked out of a band before, so I'm like, I'm not sad, but I'm a little shocked and disappointed. And I was like, all right, that makes perfect sense.
For sure. And imagine being in that band.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're flying all over the world, you're playing these giant shows, and like never at any point they give you like any inkling that like, you're here for, like, we have no idea. Like maybe the last gig was like, we're going to do this forever, brother. Me and you.
Like, yeah. Great, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's like, buy the house in Lake Tahoe. This money train's never ending. Josh Freese is like, all right, I'm Foo Fighters now.
Yeah, was he
You're
ever
gone?
Was he ever an official member?
I think so.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was or not.
Well, because they had like that whole video. Remember, like they made that video of him coming in.
Yeah. Oh my God, they really did like
just leave him high and dry. Yeah, it's not like. They made it seem like he's a Foo Fighter now. Not like, hey, here's this hired gun we got.
They did kind of do that.
Because a lot of bands, will hire a drummer, a bassist, guitarist, whatever. It's just, hey, here's our new guy in the band. But, the Foo Fighters machine is
they
like
make a big deal
out.
about all of it. Yeah. I forgot that they did that video about him, too.
Yeah.
It's funny because whenever they did that documentary and they, like, interviewed the people that used to be in Foo Fighters, it seemed like it always kind of went the same way. Like Franz Stahl, who was their guitar player after Pat Smear quit the band, it seemed like they just kind of gave him a call. He was like, I remember that documentary. He's like, I got a phone call. And they just told me I was out of the band. There was no reason.
It's like it wasn't the same with William Goldman, too?
I think it was, William Goldsmith from... from Sunny Day Real Estate. I think he knew that all of his drum tracks had been replaced, but he was never told why they were replaced. So the Foo Fighters are just like, they're just pussies. They can't fess up to their feelings.
Dave just can't come out and say like, hey, no, you're not in the band anymore.
Dave just has like a lawyer present at all times. He's like, I don't know.
This is what I hire a manager for.
And the guy's like, Dave's trying to say that he's breaking up with you.
Your severance package is in the mail.
Yeah.
But I would call Dexter whatever his name is.
Dexter Holland.
Dexter Holland.
Is that Noodles?
No, Noodles is a whole different guy.
Who's Dexter Holland?
Dexter Holland's the main guy with the spiky
blonde hair. Noodles is the guitarist.
With the glasses.
Okay, no, I forgot. I thought Noodles and Dexter Holland were the same guy for a second.
They have very, I thought it was like
Dexter Noodles Holland.
They have a similar aesthetic vibe.
The checkers and, the big
checkered
hair.
Vans, big time. I mean, Josh Freese better learn.
Yeah, best of luck to Josh Freese. Honestly,
From what I heard, he was like killing it on tour too.
I'm sure he was. I mean, he's played with every fucking band on the planet. He played with 9 Inch Nails at one point, which that's a tough drum gig.
Yeah, dude. If you can play March of the Pigs.
Yeah, they even played March of the Pigs with him, which kind of brought up Foo Fighters a notch a level in my book. I was like, all right, they got a little grit to them still. They can cover March of the Pigs, but now they're just, it's gonna be My Hero.
This is actually the
encores.
only song
This
he
is
knows.
the only
So
song
it's going to
he
be an
plays.
acoustic Dave set, and then the encore is My Hero.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool if you think about it. Like, I would probably go see Foo Fighters. That's probably where their heads were at. Like, how many more people are going to come see us with Shane Hawkins behind the kid versus Josh Freese? Like,
Plus, it's good for like Taylor's family.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like it is all around a good
Yeah.
move if you bring the kid in, which again we don't know, but that seems to be.
it's gotta be.
You would think.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that they handled it the way that they did.
Yeah.
Like they've done with like
With everything.
with every
Yeah.
other member of the
Yeah.
band that they've kicked out.
Just don't release the album that you have. Put it on ice for a little bit. Take your time. Maybe take a break. I mean, there was no break. It was like Taylor Hawkins died, and then like 3 weeks later, it was like, we're putting out this album.
Yeah, because I mean that was just 2023.
It was
their last album?
2022. Well, yeah, no, 2024. No, it was 2023. It's had to have been.
Yeah.
But he died in 2022.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a year later they put out a record, and
Yeah.
I imagine they've just been touring nonstop.
Yeah, there was probably no stopping, no breaks in between that at all. Just like the train does not stop. You think that they have those like friendships, like I remember like the Rolling Stones, like Ron. What was the
Ron Wood?
No, the drummer. What was his name?
Oh,
Charlie something.
yeah, I forget.
He
The
was
one that
their.
drove into the pool.
I don't know. He was their drummer for like 80 years. And then
Oh, Charlie Watt.
Charlie
Yeah,
Watt, yeah. And then he died, and then they were just like, new drummer. Like it was like the next day.
Well, those guys don't have much time, bro.
I know, but
mean,
it's still like damn.
You can't sit Shiva for when you're like 86.
I'm sure it just happens in the same, like, whether you've been with a band for that long, like it's always going to be some level of that where it's just like it's a business thing. You know?
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Freeze,
a job at that
get
point.
the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Sorry, Freeze.
Sorry, Freese. But yeah, best of luck to Josh Freese. I want to see what band he goes to next. It's probably going to be The Offspring.
You would think he was with them for a while, but I would hope he gets a cooler detail.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know,
see.
That'd be awesome if he gets like a way sicker band than the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I don't know who that would be. Yeah.
Would have
Who's
to
sicker than the Foo Fighters?
Sleep Token.
Sleep Token.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was 2 the whole time, so it doesn't matter.
Well, in order to become the drummer for Sleep Token, he would have to like fake his death so that nobody knew it was Josh Freese.
Yeah.
And then he's like 6 or something.
Or he's been 2 the whole time.
There
And
it
he's
is.
like, I already got a good side project going.